Welcome back to Marketing Champions here on Daily Ad Brief. I'm Howard Walpoff, your host. We're talking about marketing around the country with great marketing experts. Today, we are in Tennessee talking to Scott McIntosh of DigitalTreehouse. Scott, welcome to our conversation today.
Thank you, Howard. It's great to be here.
Well, we're glad to have you. And why don't you share with us what was your spark? What got you excited about getting involved in marketing in general?
Sure. So I was in the Navy for about a decade, about 8 years. It's funny, I was stationed in Jacksonville, Florida, where you're at, for a while in Mayport. And, traveling cross country, you go into those magazine stores in the airport, and I got a copy of this old magazine called Business 2.0. I don't know if anybody is familiar with that, but it talked about this. You remember that? So it talked about this new thing called web logs or blogs. It was talking about Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn were all just getting started. This was like 2006, 2007. So I just couldn't put it down. I don't know. I just really nerded out on it, and I was trying to tell people about it, and they were like, "I don't know what you're talking about." And I just kind of kept learning and did my best to learn everything I could. I was reading Mashable blog every day and reading TechCrunch, in the early days, and actually met Pete from Mashable at some kind of an event in Florida when I was stationed down there, and just loved it. I really just loved it. So when I got out of the Navy, I dove right in, and I, just started trying to get a job around digital marketing. And I got a job with a PR agency, and they kind of taught me how business actually works. Coming out of the military, you're not really sure. And eventually I started my own agency to service healthcare clients and do search engine optimization for them, and kind of took it from there.
Well, it's great to have that concept of after your military life and developing it during that time. And it's amazing the way that these connections can happen. And from a magazine, just now you have a whole career from something that gets you started. So talk about Digital Treehouse and the things you're doing with your clients there.
Sure. So, my background, like I said, is in SEO, like search and optimization. I spent almost a decade trying to figure out Google. And as you know, it's never something we can figure out, but we can do our best. Eventually, that brought me into website development. Right now, we're building websites, and we use a platform called Duda. So Duda is actually an Israeli company that Google used to recommend to convert large, difficult websites to be mobile friendly. So we began using Duda probably in 2015 or 16 to convert hospital websites over to a mobile-friendly platform. And I don't know if everyone's familiar with Mobilegeddon when it came out, and everybody thought, oh my gosh, the new mobile phone, everyone's using mobile phones, and Google's switching to mobile phone indexing, and it's going to be chaotic or catastrophic, and it really wasn't. But we were working to convert websites over to mobile, and Duda actually worked really well to do that. And we've now use that software as our go-to website development software. And that's something we're really focusing on right now, because a lot of people's websites are built in WordPress. I like WordPress, but I just think it's a little robust for what most businesses need. And the fact that the software is open source and plugins are open source, and a website's composed of the main WordPress software and who knows, 15 probably plugins at least on average per site. And all of these things need to be updated continuously for security patches as the web changes, as phones change, browsers change. The software's got to be updated, and you've got to update every piece of it. And one update to one plugin can break your whole website. And it's become very robust and difficult to manage WordPress websites. So we've moved all of our client websites over to Duda. We're very comfortable in Duda. And just to explain Duda to everyone, Duda is basically Squarespace for agencies. So we can build any site, with not the as advanced functionality as a WordPress site, but 95% of what most small businesses need, we can do with Duda. You're talking about a beautiful website, mobile friendly, secure, fast. All of our websites can be converted to AMP pages very quickly, which is fantastic for SEO. And forms, video embeds, animations, all the bells and whistles that somebody's going to need. And we do it a lot cheaper than a WordPress website because it just doesn't take as long. And we're not reinventing the wheel here, Howard, with websites. I mean, they've become pretty standardized. So I'm going to be killed by other agencies for saying this, but I just don't see that you really need website needs to cost $20,000 to $30,000. I get it when there's a lot of decision makers and it costs 50 to 100 to 200 hours to make a website, but we focus on smaller businesses, probably 5 to 10 employees, and we try to handle everything for them. We know exactly the website they're going to need. We write the copy. We have the images, the pictures, the videos. We'll go on site, take pictures, etc. Anyway, so we're really focusing on websites right now. And once you build a website, that brings you back to, hey, how does it get found? Search engine optimization, Google Ads, social media ads. How are we going to get people to your site?
It's really great to have you have a full plan. You know exactly what you're going to accomplish for your clients. Is not just the site itself. It is the whole the messaging, the how it's getting out there, how it's being received by people, and really the research years back to find something that is much more streamlined and easier. I know for a fact I updated a plugin on my website and it stopped multiple functions on the website because of that. And I had to have someone come in and jump in to make some adjustments because of it. And that happens. And having someone and having an agency that really has better answers at a much more affordable price really does keep you as the client as the focus. So we appreciate what all of you share with us today and everything you're doing for your clients. So thank you.
Sure thing, Howard. And yeah, you said it. I mean, the plugins can breaks the site. And I remember we'd walk in every couple months and we managed hundreds of websites and every website would be down, right? All WordPress. They would be hacked. They'd have somebody selling Ray-Ban sunglasses or something on there. And it just ruined your day because you spent the whole day trying to get the website back up. And we had urgent care clients who were like, hey, people can't find us because our website's down. So that really prompted us to switch over to a better platform. That's just easier for everyone. It's easier for our clients to update their own websites. So we really like that. We really like Duda. It's duda.co if anybody's interested in finding it. DUDA.
Well, thank you for sharing all of that, and it really is great for what you're doing and what you're providing and making life a lot easier for your clients. So thank you for joining us today.
Howard, thank you so much for having me. It was a pleasure.
And thank you all for joining us as well. It really is the heart of a company, having the right website, having the right information out that people can find and that doesn't break and doesn't have problems, and having the right technology that might make things a little bit better, obviously a little more better for your budgets as well is very helpful. And Scott's doing a lot of great things for his clients. So check out more information on Daily Ad Brief. But go on, have a great rest of today, and we'll see you next time on Marketing Champions.